Richardson into right center field, hit it Todd. This baby is way back. Out of here.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel, and today we're going to start our exit interviews. What is that? Gonna go through the entire team, give them interviews, let them know how I felt they performed this year, if I expect them to come back next year, what they need to improve upon, and all of that. And it's basically a review of the entire San Francisco Giants team for 2020. And we're going to start with the coaches. So we're going to bring in each coach, and some of them will be in groups because they kind of do the similar job. But I'm going to talk to the coaching staff right now, and then we're going to get to Gabe Kapler at the end of this interview. So let's get to it, and we're going to start with Kai Correa. So Kai, come on in, have a seat. What's up, Kai? Hey, I thought that you guys did a great job this year overall as a coaching staff. Obviously, we had a great season, performed a lot better than anybody expected. But obviously, you know, there are some things that we need to improve, and you are the infield coach. The infield needs to be cleaned up a little bit. I saw a lot of bad defense, a lot of bad throws. Now, I will say it got better as the season went along, so I feel like you are doing your job. And I feel like, you know, you had a lot to deal with there. Guys came into camp not quite ready, not quite sharp. Obviously, Donovan Solano needs a lot of work. He is such a good hitter, but man, his fielding was subpar this year. So, Kai, keep working with these guys. Keep those drills going. You know what to do. Overall, I think you did a great job. I'm going to give you a B- this year. Overall performance as the bench coach, infield coach. Thought you were fine, and I hope to have you back next season. All right, next up, we're going to bring in our hitting coaches and assistant hitting coach, Donnie Ecker, Justin Veal, our hitting coaches, and Dustin Lind, our director of hitting and assistant hitting coach. Come on in, guys. Guys, I don't know what the hell you guys smoked before this season, but make sure you smoke it again next season because, damn, you got offense out of this team. And it seems like everybody who we thought would hit well, hit well. Everyone who we were a little concerned about, like Feltz, Crawford, our other veterans, they hit well. There's only a couple of exceptions, but overall, I mean, this offense exploded. You can't expect every single hitter to come through the team all season long to tear it up, but damn, I mean, that percentage was unbelievable. So I feel like you guys really knocked it out of the park this year, no pun intended. I feel like you guys didn't try to do too much, didn't try to change someone's swing and someone's stance just for the sake of change. I saw that guys were taking pitches out of the strike zone, being much more patient this year, sometimes to our own detriment. That's because of terrible umpiring, not your fault. You guys did what was necessary. These guys just looked awesome. And so I want to give you guys a straight up A+ for your performance. Donnie, Justin, Dustin, hope to have you back next year. Keep working with these guys, and fantastic job. Next, our pitching crew consists of Andrew Bailey as the pitching coach, Brian Bannister as the director of pitching, and Ethan Katz as the assistant pitching coach. Come on in, guys. Have a seat, please. Guys, I have to say, I'm extremely impressed with the pitching this season. I thought that they were great. We had a rotation that was questionable at best. And even then, we had guys falling out. We got injuries. We had guys like Samardzija who just completely struggled. And I don't think that's on you guys. This is a guy whose velocity was down. We recognized he needed some help. He went on the IL. He came back, looked a lot better there in his last start at the end of the season. Drew Smiley was striking out guys like at a Nolan Ryan pace this season. It was ridiculous. He was unbelievable. I think this system is working, and I want to bring you all three back next year. I'm definitely going to give you guys an A on your performance this year with the pitching staff. So thank you so much, guys, and I look forward to seeing you next year. Next up is going to be Ron Wotus, our third base coach. Come on in, Ron. Ronnie! What's going on? Whoa, what up, man? Hit it here, there, man. What the fuck is going on with this coaching staff? This is crazy, dude. I got these dudes coming in here. They actually did a really good job. I'm going to be honest, and I'm actually really praising most of their performances. I think that this coaching staff was awesome, and you coming back as that veteran presence, I mean, it's huge. We needed you here. We needed this one reminder of the Bochy years and everything else, and so that guys, you know, have someone to talk to, and you were here for them, and you have just been awesome. You've been a team player for us, and also your performance at third base. Hey, I don't remember getting pissed off this year at a terrible play by the third base coach, and so that's all that needs to be known. I mean, as long as you're doing your job, we don't really notice. So Ron, you're noticed today, and I'm going to give you a lot of praise here. We love you. We hope to have you back next year. And we still have you in mind if things don't work out with Gabe for a managerial position some days. So thank you for sticking with us so long. You're the man. I'm going to give you an A for this season, and I really appreciate everything you do for this organization. Next, we're going to bring in Alyssa Nackin, one of our assistant coaches. Come on in, Alyssa. Come on in and have a seat. Alyssa, it was a successful season, I think, even though we didn't make the playoffs, and the entire coaching staff was fantastic, and you as the assistant coach were great, and really appreciate everything you've done this year. And but let's go ahead and just knock out the elephant in the room, because I know what everyone's thinking and what you're thinking, and it is the elephant in the room, and it's actually a pretty cool bobblehead. And I got this. It's an A's bobblehead, Italian Heritage Night. As you can see, it's pretty cool. And Alyssa, I saw that you were looking at it, so I just wanted to talk about that. And you know, A's, you know, I know it's not the Giants, but you know, I thought it was really cool bobblehead, so I just wanted to share that with you. But other than that, Alyssa, you did a great job, and I know you had a lot to deal with this year. You were getting a lot of attention, obviously, as the first female MLB coach on the MLB staff. And, you know, you took it in stride, and it kind of calmed down. All that stuff calmed down, and then you did your job. And as far as I'm concerned, you did fine. Seemed like everybody was having a great time this year. It seemed like the clubhouse was in good spirits, and it seems like when players needed help, you were there, and that's your job. So overall, hey, the record shows it. Yep, it's 500, but for a team that everyone thought was going to be in the basement and was going to be terrible and was going to get 10 wins, hey, 500 team, we were in the playoff race till the end. So thank you so much for your great work this year. Really appreciate that, and we really hope to have you back next season. Next up, we got Antoine Richardson. Come on in, Antoine. Have a seat, buddy. Antoine, first base, outfield, base running coach. You had a lot to do this year, and overall, I just want to say, hey, you got it done. Good job. Obviously, our base running, it's not your call when guys are going to steal or not. I feel like we could step up that game a little bit. I'm going to talk to Gabe about that a little bit later. But as far as our success on the base paths, we stole 19 bases. We got thrown out 8 times. It's pretty average. And again, our running game, there just wasn't much to it. So we have to instead look more at mistakes, and there were mistakes made this year, and one guy that seems to get a lot of attention, and I'm definitely going to talk to him about it, and Gabe, is Dubon. And yeah, definitely work with him because he's an exciting young player. We really like Mauricio Dubon, but damn, that dude needs help on the base paths. He can't make those type of mistakes. They cost us an entire game. The outfield looked fine, and overall, you know, hey, can't be perfect. I think you did fine. I'm going to give you a solid B for your performance. Next, we're going to bring Mark Hallberg. He's the other assistant coach. Mark, please sit down. Mark, that was terrible. What the hell did you do? Nah, fucking with you. Great job this year, Mark. You and Alyssa as assistant coaches. You had a tough job this year, obviously, with this gigantic coaching staff and, you know, figuring out what your role was. And you guys came in and knocked it out of the park. And again, just want to say, fantastic job. You guys know what to do, and you have been great. You have done your job. You've worked hard, and can't wait to have you back next season. Next up, we got the bullpen coaching crew. Craig Albernaz, our bullpen / catching coach. Brant Whitting. We're going to bring in the bullpen catcher, Taira Uematsu. Guys, come on in and have a seat. Guys, this year, I think I have to give you praise. The bullpen just was putting zeros up after zero after zero until they didn't, in which case they got completely annihilated. And honestly, 9 times out of 10, I don't even think that was y'all fault. 9 times out of 10, when that bullpen got annihilated, I think myself and a lot of Giants fans were thinking before the move, like, ooh, I don't know about this move. Now, I let Gabe go ahead and do his thing, and I'm going to talk to Gabe about that and about some of the issues I had there. But overall, the bullpen definitely came through this year. And you did that without Reyes Moronta, one of our better bullpen arms. You guys got quite a bit out of Sean Anderson. I saw him pitching well. You identified Caleb Berriger and that he was a legit arm, and he was great for us. Obviously, we used Trevor when we could. We used Sam Coonrod when we could, even though he was, you know, there and not there. But hey, he was throwing over 100 miles an hour. Love what I saw there at times. Harlan Garcia, I don't know how you guys got him to almost have a 0.00 ERA throughout an entire season. I mean, damn. So all in all, like I said, Peralta, Tyler Rogers, you guys, just amazing job overall. Again, there are some issues to deal with. I don't know if that's as much your fault as Gabe's fault. Like I said, you guys, just great job working with them, working with their mechanics, working with their confidence, and everything else. I think that you did a fantastic job. So hope to see you all back next season, and let's get this next year. There's quite a few other coaches that I'm going to call because I just don't have time to bring everyone in the office. You know, it's just 5 million people on the coaching staff. So let's go without further ado. Let's bring Gabe in here. Gabe! Gabe! What's up, Gabe? How you doing today? So So you put on a shirt or something? All right, that's better. So Gabe, a little intimidating. I'm a little scared to say anything, but no, Gabe. Anyway, hey, first of all, we almost made the playoffs. You took this San Francisco Giants team that people thought was going to have 10 wins, and you almost put us in the playoffs. So I'm going to start with the positives. I thought that you came in here. I thought that you helped everyone to feel comfortable. As far as I could tell, looks like the coaches were happy, the players were happy, and everyone eventually, accepted this new system. And we went out there and did what we needed to do. And hey, we put up together a bunch of wins this year, and we almost got into the playoffs. So I have to give you credit there. There's no way that we're going to let you go or anything, so you don't have to worry about that. We're going to bring you back next season and give you a full 162 to see what you can do, Gabe. And, like I said, I think that, we couldn't have asked for more than about a 500 record. We didn't quite get that 500 record, but hey, you had a 500 record and you were getting criticized in Philadelphia because that was a team that was supposed to be this big playoff, potentially World Series championship team. You came over here and you took this team that's supposed to be terrible and you got us to 500 as well. So I want to see better than 500 next year, Gabe. I want to see what you can do. We're going to improve that roster. I'm going to take care of that for you. Let's come back next year. Now, as for some of the things that I'm concerned about, and there's a few, Gabe, so, let's just not go freak out here. But actually, that's one thing I need you to do a little more next year is freak out. I want to see some passion out there. I want to see some, get pissed off, get thrown out of a game. I saw you do it in Philadelphia, but this year it just seemed a little more subdued. Maybe you thought that was better. Maybe that helps you. I don't know, but hey, I just want to see some passion out there. I want you to really care. When we got pretty much screwed by that umpire that last game, I think that you needed to go ahead and get in his face and let him know, okay, you're the representative of our team, and that guy was absolutely awful. Don't be afraid to get thrown out, especially after the game was over. What is he going to do, throw you out of a game that's over? Let him know, man. Get in his face and let him know, man, that that's bull. We would have appreciated that, okay? I would have appreciated that. The fans would have appreciated that. Also, I feel like sometimes, when you have this bullpen, you have this idea. This guy's going in the 7th, this guy goes in the 8th, this guy goes in the 9th. You got to be able to manage on the fly. And if you see a guy go out in the 8th, he gets out of that inning with only 7 or 8 pitches, he's good to come out for the 9th. And if he looked legit and he's got his stuff and he's hitting his spots, bring him out for the 9th and finish the game. Don't bring in Coonrod, who's been struggling, and he comes in here and he blows it for us and the game is over. Manage on the fly. Even if that was your plan, you see Selman in there looking sick, then bring in Selman for the 9th, and don't be afraid to do that. I will not yell at you for diverting from the plan if you have good reason to do so. Even if it didn't work out and Selman blew it, you might be like, man, I was supposed to bring in Coonrod there. But you know what? You saw Selman who looked great, and you saw Selman get a 9-pitch inning. So you thought it was best to give him another shot. Do what you think is best to get the win at the moment, not what you thought was best on plan. I'm not saying don't have a plan. Have a general plan, but be able to change on the fly. Also, keep working with these guys. The infield, the errors, all that was terrible. Our offense was great this year, and that's huge. That's the biggest thing we needed, and we had it, and it almost got us in the playoffs. But we need to continue to work on everything. I talked to all the coaches, and I thought they had a great year, and we want to come back, and we want to try again next year with this same staff. As many as we can have back, we want back. Let's keep the focus on the game here. Let's keep the focus on the game. Fans are here to watch baseball and listen to you talk baseball, and that's what we want out of you when you're in uniform especially. Let's get this done, Gabe. Let's keep the focus here. I'm not saying you can't talk about anything non-baseball related if there's something important in the world going on. I'm not trying to say that, but I'm just saying your main focus, your main job is to be the manager of this team, help this team get wins, and that's where I want to see your main passion. That's where I want to see your main effort. I know it's just a game, but it's just a game that's made you a millionaire. So let's make it happen, Gabe. Let's make it happen next season. Thought you did a good job. I'm going to give you a solid B for your performance this year. Not a B+, but I'm going to give you a B. Great job this year, and I'll see you next season. So, guys, that does it for the exit interviews for the manager and the coaching staff, and I'm sure you guys have totally different thoughts there. Everybody, they did a great job this year. We almost made the playoffs. Let's do it next year. San Francisco Giants, can't wait. You guys have a great day. Look forward to more exit interviews in the next coming days, and I'll see you. Thank you so much for checking out that video. This is Eric, and if you're a fan of Humm Baby Baseball, please check out our store at humbabybaseball.com/store. We have t-shirts, we have hoodies, we have hats, and we have much more on the way, so you can check out everything we have right there, including the Umpire Strikes Back, one of our many t-shirts. So I would really appreciate if you guys could check that out. Have a fantastic day. We're going to talk to you later.
When the Giants come to town,